Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. It's Joey and Maria again. You're watching VegasDtech.
Hi, everyone.
We're out here at Lake Mead again this morning. It's about 7:30. We're trying to get out here before the temperature gets to be too ridiculous, because right now it's about 98,000 degrees outside, and we're only 7 o'clock in the morning. At least we got a little bit of a breeze. Anyways, today, guys, we're going to give you the Lake Mead water and situation report. Over the weekend here, unfortunately, there was a fire. I've never known there to be a fire out here. I was actually at a Chevron, and a subscriber happened to recognize me and told me, do I know about the fire? And I'm like, no, I didn't. And he just showed me on his phone that I think it was Saturday. I think it was Saturday night at around 12 o'clock midnight till 3 in the morning. There was a fire that happened out here, and 26 boats caught on fire. But we're going to find out more about what's going on with that as we head out towards the marina. I'm going to go ahead and give you the water report. We'll take a look at some of the numbers, then we'll come back out here and see if we can find out any more information. So let's go. Alrighty, guys, so the water level today at Lake Mead is 1,065.52 feet. We're going to jump onto the laptop here and give you a quick data progress report as to how the water has gone up or down, and then we'll come back out here and head out to the docks and see if we could find any more information on that fire that had transpired over the weekend. Let's go. All right, guys, jumping on over here to Lake Mead's online. We're taking a look at the water level report here for today. We are at 1,065.01. Last year, this time, we were at 1,054.99 on the way up. And in 2022, we were at 1,045.64. So this is just the natural progression of the water. Every year, it normally comes down at this time. Last year, we had this phenom situation where the water actually went up. Take a look at that crossover. And that was because of that super snowpack that we had. But this year's behavior looks like it's just a standard progression coming down. And I do expect it to come down another 10 to 15 feet before it levels out this year and comes out this way. Coming down to the drought monitor at Lake Mead, I see nothing. Looks like abnormally dry, moderate, severe, extreme. Nothing, just the standard stuff that you would see here in the Mojave Desert. Taking a look at the U.S. drought monitor across all of America, looks like the majority of the drought that you're seeing here is going to be in the southern part of New Mexico, and everything else just seems to be like normal. So let's jump on over here to the Lake Mead water data, get a closer look at what's going on. As you can see here, at the beginning of the year, we had 1,055.06, and it had been slowly climbing and climbing and climbing to the very top of the year, which was 1,076.47. And of course, we've done our releases and we're down to where we are today. So if we took at the last 14 measures here, we're showing the average of 0.17 feet of drop per day. As you can see, everything here in the red, which is, like I said, normal because this is our release time of the year. Taking a look at the inflow data charts right here, you're going to see here that our average is 11,173 cubic feet per second of water flowing into Lake Mead. And we have our averages of 16,469 cubic feet per second flowing out. Okay, the last few measures here, yesterday we had 10,847 of water flow coming in, and we released basically double that, 19,104. That was a huge send out of water that was just released last night. Day before that, 11,234 coming in, 18,421 going out. So it's almost 2-to-1 ratio of water going out that's coming in. But like I said, guys, this is all just typical for this time of the year, as we normally always release water at this time. And it says that Lake Mead is down 11.47 feet from the high of the water year. But that's okay, because this water that's down, the 11.47, this is all piling up behind Lake Powell right now as they are building up their reserves to feed Lake Mead later on when they release into Lake Mead later on this year. So let's get back out to Lake Mead and see what's going on with that fire. All right, guys, so since last week we were out here, the water level has dropped another 1 foot. I mean, this is the time of year that we're actually releasing the water. And like I said, it's always a phenomenon or a strange sight to see just how much does 1 foot of water vertically amount to on the shoreline here. And at the marina right here, we have this little area, and just coming out to where my footprints are, as I come out this way, I could just see that the ground is it's saturated again, and you could just see the water coming up through there, right? Which means that, look, from here to here, this has got to equate to about, that's about what 1 foot of water, vertical water drop will do. And it looks like about, I would say about 25 feet here at the marina. And this is just all within, like, say, a week to a week and a half here. Alrighty guys, so over the course of the weekend, there was a fire here on Saturday night between 12 and 3 a.m.
This is terrible. And now our dock's on fire. Yep.
About 15 boats on 2 docks were damaged or destroyed in a fire at the Lake Mead Marina over the weekend, according to the National Park Service.
Oh, it spread it like within minutes. Within minutes, it was like a rapid boat to boat to boat to boat, and then the sea dudes traveled across the lake and burnt some more boats on our dock.
Michael Warren was working security at the Las Vegas boat harbor when the fire sparked around 12:30 a.m. Sunday.
A resident came to me and told me that she was seeing smoke coming out of her boat. She was frantic, you know, in distress, wanted to know how if we can put the fire out.
He says they could see the fire under the woman's houseboat and used 3 full fire extinguishers to try to fight it. But the flames and winds were too strong.
We tried our best to put the boat out, the fire out, but we couldn't. It just consumed the whole boat and spread it throughout the other boats.
Officials say multiple agencies responded to the fire and it took hours to contain it. Witnesses also told Fox 5 they had to evacuate their boats when the fire started, and some left without their belongings and without knowing if they'd have a boat to return to. The marina is now open to the public with a partial area closure at the R and I docks as the fire investigation continues.
Looks like we still got the park rangers out here, kind of keeping certain parts of this marina secure until they can complete their investigation and try to get to the bottom of how this fire started in the first place. I wanted to come out here and see, you know, if there was anything, you know, what was the extent of that damage, but I was very pleased to see that it's just beautiful as usual. Over to the far left over here, there's going to be an actual slip. That's all blocked off. There's tape all around that area. Even in the water access, there's a big floating buoys on the ground that do not allow any boats to come close to that area, as park services are still investigating that fire, trying to figure out, you know, what happened, you know, how it all started. And yeah, we still have boats out there that are in the water, that they still are trying to get out of the water. So I just wanted to come out here, bring you guys with me. Let's take a look and see if we can discover anything that's left over and try to talk to some people out here and get some more information. Well, considering what had transpired here over the weekend, everything seems to be peaceful and calm. Looking in the water, you see a couple of charred, floating little briquettes of, you know, remnants of the fire. I could see it floating in the water here, just a few pieces that are left over. Now this is the actual harbor behind me, and back over that way, I believe that is the slip that is off limits right now. I see the police tape marked around there. They're still doing the investigation as to find out what started this fire, and I could just see the tape right around this area. And on the other side of that, they have kind of like a buoy rope that goes around to keep people away from there, because I do believe that that is where the core of the fire was, and they're still doing their investigation back in that area. And if you guys take a look, you could just see pieces of, yeah, you can see just pieces of the fire still floating in the water. Take a look, you got charred remains right there. All right, so speaking with some of the marina staff here, what's been said is that it's normally, everything seems to be business as usual. They still got boats that are down here that are sunk that they're trying to recover. It does appear that the back slip over here is where the core of the damage is happening, and they've got that blocked off right now. Park Services is still doing their investigation. They have no clue as to how that fire started. The general consensus is, as some of the boats were on fire and sunk, the gas was released and the gas came up on top of the shoreline, and the wind blew the fire onto the gasoline, and that just started the fire around here, which caught up to 26 boats. I heard 10, 15, and then now 26 boats in total that were involved in that fire. And oh yeah, so what they're saying is right now the wind is blowing to the north, which is that way. And thank goodness that the wind was blowing from Hoover Dam across to the north, because that kept the majority of the flames blowing away from the marina. However, if those flames were blowing from the north to the south, it would have just blew those flames inland, and we would have had all this stuff right here caught on fire. But thankfully, that wasn't the case. As far as I know, there was like 2 minor injuries. One person had some minor burn injuries, and but no fatalities. Here's a little bit more of the evidence of the fire. You can see some of the fuel still in the water here, and some more charred remains of, you know, boats that have burnt, and part of the dock, I guess, that had burnt up. And the big old carp down there, they're confused. They're looking at all this stuff on the water that's normally food for them, and they're sitting there trying to bite at this stuff here, and it's nothing but garbage. Hopefully they don't get sick. All right, guys, so that's all the information that we have for you right now concerning the situation here at the marina. It seems to be business as usual. It's nice, peaceful, and quiet. Everything looks clean. A little bit of fuel still left on the surface of the water. That'll eventually wash out into Mead, and a little bit of the burnt remnants that you see floating around. But other than that, business as usual. We're gonna get out of here and head down to the old Las Vegas boat harbor and take a look at the water situation out there and see if the pullback of the 1 foot has changed the topography of the shoreline. So we'll meet you over there. So as you guys can see behind me right over there, they've got buoys, kind of like police buoys, that are blocked off this whole section here. I think they call that section I, or I'm not too sure what road that is or what section of the marina it is. But that whole area back there, I guess this is where the core of the damage happened and where the investigation is going. You can see the tape flapping around over there, and then the rope off of the buoy to where the core of the damage happened, right in this area. All right, guys, so we drove back down to the old Las Vegas boat harbor, and not that long ago, I'm talking about like within like the last month, this cove right here completely opened up to where people were parked out here bringing their kayaks, so they were able to get back out here and enjoy being able to launch their personal watercraft and paddle and kayak straight out through the channel to Lake Mead. But as you can see, this got ponded again. Let's go out here a little bit further and just take a little survey of the shoreline and see if there's anything different, which I already know that there will be, being that we lost another foot and a half of water since the last time we came out here. But let's go. We normally always adventure on this side, but I think we're gonna go ahead and cross over and traverse the right side over here and see if it looks any different this time around. You can see the coyote tracks down here. I'm not even gonna go out in that area. You could just see how this right here was underwater. So all of this here, and you can see that buoy out there is about to become shoreline material. And as you can see, guys, 1 more foot of water drop and that buoy is going to be flat or shoreline material. But truly, all we're going to get out of here now, being that the cove has been disconnected from the lake and it's been ponded, all this is going to do is just evaporate, and those buoys are going to fall down anyways. Alrighty guys, so here's a good perspective of what we're talking about. Where this was open to the public to get in their kayaks and kayak straight out to the water. You can see it broke right there. It's closed within this channel. And ponded situation. I hope there's not too many fish in here this summer, because I hate it when I come out here and I see all those carp, man, because they are big, man. Some of those carps are 2.5 feet long, man. They're huge, and they get in here and they dry up and they die, and it's just horrible to see. And I hope that that's not going to be the situation this year. Hopefully this little pond area doesn't dry completely up and the fish can just continue to stay in that area until they release the water and this reconnects again. And that's it there, guys. The channel is closed. Alrighty guys, so here's all the evidence that we need. Everything that you see right here from like this point over, right here, this was all underwater. Obviously, the whole channel was connected at one point. So all of this is new water loss. We got some mooring blocks over there, 1 and 2, and that grate, all of that was underwater. And the Caterpillar tire over here also was underwater. So like I said, it's really interesting coming out here, watching the water come up and go down. And we always wanted to say, how much does 1 foot of vertical water, how much shoreline will that expose? Well, guys, you can see, I don't think that I would want to go any more beyond these rocks. Oh man, it's a big old lizard. Oh, lizards! There's 2 big lizards. And where there's lizards, there's snakes too. So let's be careful with that. But yeah, guys, right here as I'm standing, look at this. Right? There is still a high content of water within the soil right here because this water is fresh going out. When in doubt, guys, try to stay on the rocks. This will give you more support, but beyond this, I would not go nowhere near this stuff. Nope, all that mossy algae, negative. Not going out that way. But as you can see, the Caterpillar tire is coming back up out there, and that was fully submerged. That's one of our markers for sure that we take a look at. And out here, you're gonna see all these buoys that were completely down in the water. They're gonna be up on land, and we're gonna be able to walk out there as the summer progresses. Hey guys, can you catch that on camera? All the water erosion that goes all the way to the top. Right about there, you can just see where the white line is. That was the peak of where the water was. Oh man, look, there's a coyote up there. But this was the peak to where the water was, say back in 1983. And all of that, man, that looks like over 100 feet of drop. And you could just see the terracing of how the water worked its way all the way out. And it looks like it's been pretty stable here. Right where those rocks are, that's about the highest that we've got water. And then it continues to go all the way back down. And here comes the Caterpillar tire, which is one of the markers that we always come out and notice. This thing comes out every summer. There's more than one. There's about 2 more out here. Here, there's another one right over there. Right straight ahead of us is a red buoy. That red buoy is humongous, guys. It's like it's got a big old bottom. And right here in front of it, splashing around right there, is another Caterpillar tire. I believe there's one more. Not sure where the third one is, but yeah, for sure, that's a Caterpillar tire that's starting to come out of the water right there. Big buoy, medium buoy, and there's another Caterpillar tire over there. And like I said, you're gonna see a myriad of mooring blocks where the old marina used to harbor and dock itself right up in this area, and all of this stuff is gonna come back here within, I'd say, next 90 days. Alrighty guys, well that's everything that we have for you today for the Lake Mead water report and the situation at the Lake Mead Marina. Maria, you have anything you want to add?
Oh, thank you so much for coming with us today. And by the way, thank you. A shout out to my friend Charles and Paula. Thank you for watching our videos and stopping by at my work at the sports book.
Yeah, so I guess at her sports book, she has a lot of fans over there that come over and come visit her. So anyways, we want to say thank you again, guys, for coming out with us. Another wonderful day. It's about 9 o'clock on the dot, guys, and the breeze is nice right now, but we're going to get out of here before the weather gets extremely too hot. And we just want to say again, hey guys, if you guys haven't done so already, please do us a kindness, like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and we will continue to come out here and give you these weekly water reports, let you know what's going on out here at beautiful Lake Mead, and we will catch you guys in the next video. You guys be well. Thank you very much. Bye.